Let's get it. All right, y'all. Listen up. I know y'all eating, but I'm about to bless y'all with this new piece. It's called My Skin.
All right. Let's do that. Excuse me.
Thinking back, I was once asked how I felt about white police officers killing unarmed black men. I stood in a mirror and looked at myself as I let the question sink in. I knew no matter what answer I gave, I was going to lose some friends. See, y'all, I'm both black and the police, which means I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. No matter which way I turn, I come face to face, having to choose between my job and my race. I always have the hardest decisions to make. See, one is connected to the way I was born, and the other is career I chose to feed my family. Having to choose between the two internally is damaging, which makes it never fun. I'm a black man caught up between two guns. In one hand, you have the black men who's committing black on black crimes, ending each other's lives long before their time. It's still a mystery surrounding how young Kanika Jenkins died. Somebody lying. There are rumors that she might have even been raped. With all of her friends there and none of the stories seem to collaborate with the videotapes, we have to rephrase that old saying, to keep your enemies close and your friends closer because they're fake. The question still remains, what did this young girl do so wrong for this type of hatred to be shown? Where were her true friends at when all this was going on? How can we truly complain about another race, y'all, when this is how we treat our own? Right is right and wrong is wrong. Young black men still making our streets into war zones. How do y'all think those leaders who fought and died for our freedom would feel about what's going on? Do y'all honestly think they died for us as blacks to be free? So this new generation can go around on a killing spree in the name of Vice Lord, Blackstone, or GD, or whatever other gang they claim to be. That's another one of Satan's trickeries. That's why our jails are so filled to capacity. Y'all not understanding that it's Satan who has a hold of your mind all alone, manipulating y'all through the TV, the internet, or certain songs. If you don't believe me, just look up the first rule on the Georgia Guidestones. And in the other hand, you got these rogue white police officers who for no lawful reason at all will shoot to kill black men of my same race. Like being born black is the crime we've committed, and the punishment is pure hate with a gun to our face. I have 2 young black sons, including myself, that could fall victim to this type of hate. In either case, it's senseless dying. See, the devil was trying to play tricks with my mind, making me wish I was blind so I could continue lying by denying that I don't see the truth about the systematic attack on our black youth. But here I am, stuck with having to make a choice. Which guilty party am I going to have to give voice to? Or better yet, whose side am I going to take? Just when I thought it was my decision to make, the Spirit of the Lord stepped in and told me to wait. Here, my son, is where I need you to educate. Not just the young black men who have chosen to walk around bent over as if something's wrong with their spine. See, black on black crime has been systematically embedded in your minds. It's been the plot of Satan all along. Because as long as he can get y'all to kill each other time after time, when his demon-possessed white police officers does it, it never crosses their minds that it's a crime. And yes, there are some black police officers who are demon-possessed, but I have to place them in a different category from the rest because they don't wear their guns on their chest. And society only recognizes them as officers because of the gun accompanied by a bulletproof vest. Because without it, they'll be grouped right along with the rest. And when it comes to their weapon of choice, the gun is usually their last. Because their first thought is to put on their black gloves, whoop his ass, get suspended, and let the suspect live to see another day. Getting pulled over now is like playing hide and go seek, wishing the cop was black and not Chucky from Child's Play. See, black on black crime happens every day. And it seems as white cops killing unarmed black men is the new initiation for the KKK. It's time for you young black men to wake up and stop claiming your gangs and your blocks. Blocks that you don't even own. Mortgages to rent you don't even pay. And start to realize the stress you place on your loved ones each and every day.
Come on, brother.
If Malcolm, Martin, and many others were alive today, they'd probably say, if we knew that this was how it was going to be, we should have never paved the way. Which makes it easier for a white man to come along and say, you've taken your own opportunities for a better life and threw them away. The energy that you waste should be put to good use to make a better way for the next generation and the things that they will have to face. Ha! And to my boys in blue,
Come on, brother.
don't think I've forgotten about you. We took an oath to serve and protect.
Come on.
Yet, you chose to disrespect that. We were trained to uphold the law as cops, but nothing in our training taught us to take our Glocks and let off 16 shots. We were trained in self-defense, which was to aid in our arrest, only to be used to the suspect choose not to go with ease. But I don't remember any part that teaches us to continue to choke the suspect to the point they say, I can't breathe.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Tell me, why did Philando Castile have to die when all he did was comply with the officer's request? Not only that, out of respect, he told the officer he was concealed carrying with a weapon on his side. Let's keep it real, y'all. If he was white, he wouldn't have never died. Only detained for a while at best. 7 bullets, y'all know the rest. All while in the presence of his girlfriend and his child. Wow. But see, I have to warn y'all now, because it's stuff like that that makes it harder for us good officers to gain the respect of the communities in which we serve. I pray to God that they get prosecuted to the full extent that the law is what they deserve. Thinking they can use that uniform and a badge to hide the truth about who they really are on the inside. Your actions scream KKK with pride. Your white privilege card should be revoked and your request for bail denied. None of these young unarmed black men should have ever died. But with much regret, I must thank y'all just the same. Because of your actions, you caused my people to get their heads out of the clouds, stop playing video games, open their eyes and use their brains to protest for change. Which means that the death of these victims and many others are not in vain.
Come on, brother. Teach.
See, racism in this country is a shame. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that all white people are the same.
Come on.
But if you choose to kneel like Colin Kaepernick before the flag, you get blackballed from the NFL games. Or have the president go on national TV and call those players who join you names. And demand that the owners remove them from playing the game. But what you owners fail to realize is, it's those players who make the game.
That's right.
And they alone have the power to make your billionaire status change. If they all chose to stop playing the game until this country truly admits and recognizes things need to change, or maybe put their resources together to create their own black football league game.
Come on, man. Come on.
Maybe then y'all will realize that our freedom of speech is not a game. I thought when God created humans, we were all the same. And yes, like Black Ice said, I do understand that Black Lives Matter. But I gotta ask this one question. Where are you when the news media isn't on the scene? Oops. Why did I say that? I'm glad you asked, because I only see you on the TV screen. When it's blacks killing blacks on these Chicago streets, your whole movement moved inside the street. Seems like a double standard to me. Your movement should be ready to speak when any life is lost to senseless gun violence in these streets. Where's the outcry for the parents of the victim whose child had to die? Not at the hands of a white man, but at the hands of a street gang. Don't you think their pain should be recognized the same?
Yes, sir.
If we don't see your presence in our neighborhoods, then your mission is only half of what it claims.
Come on.
You can't pick and choose if black lives truly matter to appear for certain crimes and dates. if we truly want to check others and put them in their place, we must first use this movement to educate our own race.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
that we can put an end to this black-on-black killing that's happening at an alarming rate. Yes, I do understand. Black people for centuries have been set up for defeat. But I know you too, like me, have heard the minister Louis Farrakhan speak.
Come on.
Either in person or on TV.
Come on. Come on.
No, I'm not a Muslim, but he's an older black man full of wisdom when he speaks.
Come on now.
About us as blacks, bringing our resources together to create our own economy, to provide for our communities. Black people, we still got time. Don't be conformed to the things of this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Come on,
Doing what
brother.
Romans 12 and 2 tell us to do.
Come on,
Let
Messenger.
this mind that is in Christ
Come on,
also be in you.
Come on now.
Come on, Messenger.
Yes, in the beginning, we could say the white man was to blame. But we have too many blacks now whose economic status could change the game.
Come on.
But yet, most still remain playing a white man's game, where the rules don't change. Your presence and your voice has to be the same. Only when we do this can you truly be recognized as a voice for change. To my fellow police officers who do this job the way we were trained, no matter black or white, I salute you.
Come on.
And say, let's continue to help advocate for change. Whew. Lord Jesus. I said, let's continue to help advocate for change.
Come on, brother.
All right.
Come on, Messenger. Take your time.
Jesus.
Yes.
Take your time.
Lord, come on, Father. The enemy trying to steal this, but he ain't gonna get it.
He
ain't gonna get it.
He ain't gonna get it.
And to my fellow police officers who do this job the way we were trained, I say, I salute you. And let's continue to help advocate for change. We have to be accountable, even unto each other. When our co-worker turns into the criminal, they're no longer our sisters and brothers and must be exposed.
Come on now.
The no snitch policy is old. The blue code of silence must be told. Don't hate me for speaking the truth. This is the same message we speak to our youth. If you know something, say something.
That's right.
You might just save a life. Just because the perpetrator, the fellow police officer, don't make the code of silence right. See, the law should be applied. This law should be applied to the criminal, no matter the skin being black, white, or boys in blue. And the punishment should be the same across the board too. Or even worse for the boys in blue, because the authority to uphold the law was given to you. At least that's what I thought I was told when we took that oath to uphold this career called police we freely chose. I'm pro-black and I'm pro-police. All the way to my retirement, which is when my tour of duty ends. Because being a police is my career by choice. But I'm proud to say that black will always be the color of my skin until the end, when the pastor says from ash to ash and dust to dust, I commit this body back to the ground from where it all began. I will rest in the ground in peace until Jesus' 1,000-year reign comes to an end, to raise me up in the spirit form again, which is when there will no longer be a reason for me to be judged by the color of my skin. Come on.